This video is for anyone who is wanting to be out of a situation right now, but God is saying, not yet. Jeremiah 29, we all know the verse, Jeremiah 29:11. Well, that's not the verse that I'm talking about today. I am looking in particular at Jeremiah 29 verses 4, probably through, verses 4 through 7, I think. This is what the Lord of heaven's armies, the God of Israel, says to all the captives he's exiled to Babylon from Jerusalem. Build homes and plan to stay. Plant gardens and eat the food they produce. Marry and have children. Then find spouses for them so that you may have many grandchildren. Multiply, don't dwindle away, and work for the peace and prosperity of the city where I sent you into exile. Pray to the Lord for it, for its welfare will determine your welfare. The people that Jeremiah is writing this letter to, these instructions to, these people, God was punishing them. So he allowed King Nebuchadnezzar to overtake their land. And so now they've been banished into Babylon. And that's what makes this passage, this letter that Jeremiah is writing, it's what makes it so powerful. God had exiled these people into Babylon because of their idolatry and disobedience, yet he's telling them that he still wants them to thrive. He doesn't want them to dwindle away as a people. I want you to still live life, is basically what he's saying. I want you to bloom where you're planted. How does that relate to you and me? You might be in a job you don't like. You might not have a job. You may have lost someone you loved. You might be in a tough parenting situation. You might be single and want to be married. You might be married and want to be single. You might be frustrated with your church. You might be frustrated with life in general. And maybe, like the Hebrews Jeremiah is writing to, you feel God is punishing you. But even in a situation like that, God wants you to thrive. He doesn't want you to dwindle away, like he told the Hebrews. And as a Christ follower, he wants you to live life to the fullest, no matter where you are. Blooming where you're planted doesn't always mean that you have a big smile on your face all the time. It doesn't mean that you're happy, happy, happy. Blooming can be allowing yourself to grieve. Blooming can be learning how to take care of yourself in a tough situation, right? Blooming can be many things. It's not just one thing, right? I think we tend to think of the word blooming or thriving as, we're just looking like everything is wonderful and peachy on the outside, right? But it doesn't always mean that. But I do think it means that you're always in a state of growth, right? So these people, God is basically saying, I want you to keep growing. I don't want you to dwindle away. Even in this process of punishment, because for them they were going through a time of punishing. And so I just want to encourage anyone who's going through a tough time right now, or you're in a situation that you don't exactly like, that you would bloom where you're planted. Stop and take time to ask yourself and ask God, Lord, how can I bloom right now where I'm at?